Friday, and we really appreciate you all making yourselves available. The first thing we wanted to do, we've prepared some material in slides that we will send to everyone after our meeting. But the first thing we really wanted to do is make sure everyone knew each other. We have some new faculty joining, and one of our hopes and goals is to create a very collegial group where we can all, rely on each other and really use each other as colleagues in creating our faculty. So maybe what we'll do is we'll stop and, kind of introduce ourselves. Luca and our Chancellor Stefano and I have, met each and every one of you, but why don't we go ahead and have you guys briefly introduce yourselves to the others so we can start getting to know one another. I'm going to go just in the order that I see you on the screen. And Dr. Muhammad, would you like to go first and just say a few words about yourself?
Yes, I will go. I will start. I'm Dr. Muhammad Al-Bashar. I am from Emirates, as you know, guys. I was in Italy. I am the first student from Emirates who studied in Italy and graduated from, my master's degree was from Luis Cudicaro University. My PhD is from Tor Vergata University. I'm teaching management and business science. And my thesis was about total quality management and FQM criteria, plus it was in human capitals, which is human resources, and the performance measurement. I work in many institutions in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, and in Sharjah, and also in Italy. I work in Napoli Business School. It was, I think, the name, they changed it now. It's Business School. They call it Napoli Business School. And I published 3 articles in Q1 and Q2 journals. And it's related to the business studies. Plus, one of them was in a case study about Balochistan, which is in Pakistan, because Pakistan's there's so many crises there, financial crisis. So we focus on business and performance of that banking services, which is related to financially more than being management. But my part was about management and performance measurement.
Very good. Well, welcome. We're very excited to have you, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you. Mike, would you like to go next? Unmute. Mike, you're still muted.
Okay. I'm actually, yes, I'm Mike Nouri. I was born in Iran, in Tehran. So I studied my bachelor and master in Tehran. But actually, I got my PhD in economics and statistics from University of Milano Bicocca. And what I can tell you more is that I had this year, 2022, I was a visiting researcher at Georgia State University. Quite recently, I joined University of Toronto as a postdoc, and my research expertise is related to financial intermediaries, that is hedge funds, mutual funds, and of course I also applied like econometrics and statistical methods to look at these interactions inside financial markets between financial intermediaries and other financial players. I have published 2 papers in Q1 journals up to very now, and one was in 2016. That is a paper in the area of behavioral finance that's published in Judgment and Decision Making. And the other paper that I published in January 2023, Dissecting Hedge Funds Strategy, looks at the impact of the hedge funds on financial markets, focusing on United States. And I think that's a rather short and concise introduction of me.
Yeah. Wonderful, Mike. Thank you. And Luca, would you like to go next?
Sure. And happy to get to know with you. I'm Luca, and I come from a very small village from the north of Italy. So I'm Italian. I've been studying in the Cattolica University in Milan, and then I went abroad in the UK, in the Netherlands, and in Spain. And professionally speaking, I don't really have an academic background. I'm very much into industry, and I've been working MCG. I've been working for Kraft Heinz, an American food company, and now I'm a senior brand manager in Danone. So this is my first experience as a professor, and that's why I'm really happy to be here and also to learn from your experience and from your expertise.
Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to our chancellor next. We have others that will be joining us, and we'll find a time when they do to have them give presentations. But let's go ahead and continue. There we go. So there we go. Can you see that? You want to?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And I appreciate, I had already the chance of meeting Dr. Mohammed and then Luca as well. Hi, Mike. Happy to know you, even though digitally only. I hope I can see you all in person soon. Let me add.
Definitely.
Let me add, Mike, something which is connecting a little bit more to you or to your background. As an Iranian, you are probably aware that a famous American Iranian comedian called Max Amini is touring Europe next. So if you want to join me and see Max Amini, I will be coming with him. I know him very well. Let me tell you, Mike, let me tell you this. On December 22nd, my daughter is coming back home from Singapore. Beatrice is married to Jahan Jorabi Rezai, who was born in London, but he is part of the same family as you. Also, Hossein Rezai Jorabi, who's my in-law, is coming as well. So we are a big family of Iranian. I think we should look out for some Mossad agents, knocking on our door.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I personally love Israelis more than anyone in the world, to be honest.
But I tell you more, Mike. I hope Mohammed is getting our irony about this. Flavio Faustini, who's our management information system, is married to an Iranian girl who lives in Brescia as well. So as twice as much DEA and Mossad knocking on our door next. And if you come, we also will have Shin Bet. Okay, so okay. All right, but thanks. I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we are all kind of related to. But also, I was telling Mohammed that I had met with the family of the in Sharjah. Yes, I was invited last year or a couple of years ago to visit a few schools that the reigning family of Sharjah are in charge of in Sharjah. So it's a very small world, and we as Swiss School of Management and as a Swiss university, we have a long time tradition, and as you know, Switzerland has been a neutral country for over 150 years. So we welcome everyone from all corners of the world. Our dean is from Seattle. We are here in Italy today. We are in Milan, and so this diversity is what makes our business school very unique, I would say. So I'm very happy that we could meet, even though in a digital way, but I look forward to meeting you in person as soon as we can. Okay, so I pass it on to Lisa, who's got a lot of stuff to share with us, and I thank you for your time again.
Thanks a lot.
Giuseppe, I think you joined us. Giuseppe Orlando is also one of our faculty members. Giuseppe, would you want to say a few words and introduce yourself to your new colleagues?
Hi, good evening to everyone. Sorry for the delay, but I have a problem with connection. Hi, nice to meet you to everyone. I am Giuseppe Orlando. I am professor in finance, and I enjoy with SSM school like 1 year ago. We can say 1 year ago, I think in December. And I'm proud to be part of this project and also this organization. And this is also a good experience for me to understand how can improve myself also, not just to teach something to students, but also how can grow, how can improve my knowledge. And I'm really proud.
Thank you, Giuseppe. We're pleased to have you. And as I said, one of our goals, we like to have 2 meetings per year with the faculty, but as we continue to grow, we will look for opportunities to bring ourselves together, because we all teach different courses, but we're all working to create a really collaborative environment. We are a new school, as you'll see with some of the information. So it's really important to us that we create amongst all of us as teaching faculty a sense of collegiality and collaboration. And so for this reason, we're really glad that we're having this opportunity to introduce each of you to one another. So let me just kind of go through and see if we can be efficient with our time, but we want to give you all information that we hope will help you initiate your journey with us in a very successful way. And this next slide that you see is our leadership team for Brescia and also Milan, because we have actually opened 2 learning centers. Our Brescia Center was opened 3 years ago. In fact, we are going to graduate our first group of BBA students. We have also just opened up a new center in Milan. We hope to be starting our MBA program next September. Obviously, all of you are people we're thinking about as collaborators with us in that project. But in terms of our leadership team, the 3 of us, Stefano, Luca, and I, work together to take care of all of the administrative responsibilities, the academic and the students. But really, if you have any questions, probably your points of contact for initial are either myself or Luca, and we can take care of any issue, support, help as needed. Stefano is always available. The 3 of us really have an open door, and it's our goal to be open to you. And so anything that you have in terms of initial question, please come to either, really all 3 of us, but Luca and I are usually your first stop with help and resource. The second 3 slides that I've shared that you'll receive in the PowerPoint slides that we're going to send out, I'm going to just touch really briefly on them and what they are and why they're important to share with you. We have recently gone through, we are an accredited business school by IACBE, which is one of the 2 international business accreditations. We went through a process this summer with DEAC, which is an American accrediting body, and we're the first European university, so we will receive a DEAC accreditation in addition to our IACB, our International Business Accreditation, which is really something we're very proud of. And in the course of presenting to DEAC who we are, what we specialize in, we went through, as part of our presentation, presented the business case, so to speak, of why we are so strategically located in Milan Brescia for a business school. And so on these next slides, for example, we talk about kind of the strengths that we can draw upon by being situated in Milan and Brescia, to interface with faculty like all of you is one big advantage. The financial epicenter that Milan is, our ability to partner strategically with other companies, and we have a slide to tell you who they are. but these are things that we really try to take advantage of in the curriculum development. So this is just information on our strategic location. Stefano, anything to add to that?
Yeah, the idea was to elevate the offer that we have in our territory. We are originally from Brescia, which is between Milan and Venice. As long tradition, family tradition of educators, we decided to open our learning center in our hometown. But then, of course, after a couple of years, we realized that there is a whole different perspective if we opened in Milan. So this is what happened 1 year ago, almost 11 months ago, when we opened January this year, Milan. As correctly Lisa said, there is a huge potential for both BBA and MBAs in Milan. We are very close to large institutions like Bocconi, like Politecnico, like the University Cattolica University. Let me say that as small, minor competitors, our approach is totally different. We are aiming at creating a true and real relationship with our students. We just finished a meeting with the first cohort of students, and we like to be in touch and close touch with our students. So we are looking for excellent professionals, as you are, with a special characteristic. We all are in love with our students, literally. We are in love with them. And we feel that we can establish a special relation with them if we get to know personally them, because that's the main difference. So a large university has different numbers. We are a little tiny one. Our first cohort is like 11, right?
Yeah,
12 students this year. We're going to be concluding their bachelor, which is fine, which is fantastic. We have established a human relation with these kids, and this is what we like the most.
And so obviously after Brexit, Milan has only just grown in strategic importance. So we really hope to, again, this partnering and collaboration model is something we're really leaning into. I will send these to you all that you have, but just a couple words about our Brescia Learning Center, as Stefano talked about, but this just shows you a brief timeline of when we opened in 2021. And, we're very proud this year of graduating our first BBA class. So that's really, really an important goal for us. This next slide, I just want to show you because this gives you an idea of some of the strategic partnerships that we have made here in Milan. For example, Prada, RSM. Stefano takes a group of students every year to Singapore and in January, and maybe you want to talk about some of the strategic corporate partnerships we've built.
Right. Yeah. Even this year in January, February, traditionally we have this workshop in Singapore. As I told before, Mike, we have a strong tie and relationship with the city-state, Southeast Asia city-state. Luckily, we are belonging to a circle of professionals who can help us open up a lot of doors. You can see a picture there of our students at Meta Facebook, which is not kind of easy to get in, or SAP, Accenture, Tesla we visited. So it's a springboard for the students to try and connect in their 20s. And networking at 20s is opening up a lot of doors. So this is something that we do every year. We give opportunities to our students to exchange all across the world. And we make sure that every time they jump the pond, even on one side or the other of the ocean, their experience is a true emotional one, not simply, you know, in terms of meeting people, but it's got to be something emotionally significant. Okay, so every year we have this, and then thanks to the number of incredible connections that Lisa has developed in a short period of time, from 2019 and 20 up to now, with professionals, practitioners, thanks to her job, you know, as a litigator, as a solicitor, getting in touch with large enterprises and private equity and mergers and acquisition sectors. So our approach is hands-on. So every time we have the possibility, we entice students to get in touch with professionals. And this is a little bit the characteristic that we want to bring to the next level next year and the years to come.
Good. So let's talk just briefly about our global network. One of the things that is very, very important to us is to make sure that we support our faculty as well as the students, but that you know, we make the global resources and the opportunities across our platform that are available to the students, that they're also available to our talented teaching faculty. We've talked about the accreditations, the IACB and the DEAC, but the things that we wanted to share with you that we also want to encourage everyone, there are also global faculty opportunities across our network. That includes teaching opportunities, project collaboration with colleagues from across our international platform. And we also participate in an organization called BusyNet, which is the business and law schools of Europe, all have a professional association where we collaborate with one another. We have international learning weeks. We're going to host a learning week next fall. Every time we host an international week, either here or Barcelona or Rome, it also creates opportunities for our faculty, depending on the theme, to also go and teach at this international week. So these are things that we want to encourage and make available to you. Another thing that we're very excited about this year that we want to share with you is SSM has launched a global research center, and we have a PhD who teaches in Greece, Dr. Vasilios, fantastic individual that is running our research center. They handle the Viva Voce, the thesis defense for our doctor students, our MBA students, and even our BBA students do a Viva Voce. It's also a publishing center. I actually write articles in various legal and business magazines. I publish, but I will have the opportunity, as will all of you, to maybe have research sponsored through the research center, to publish through the research center. So this is an opportunity also for our teaching faculty to have the possibility to work through our research center for support in research, collaboration, and publishing. And so want to make you all aware of all of that. And as I think Dr. Vasilios should have new publication, and the website will be online. I think in the next week, we will share that information with all of you. And I want to encourage as many of you who are interested to connect and participate. With regard to Viva Voce, let me also use this as an opportunity to invite all of you, if you're interested. Our BBA students will be preparing their thesis. They will need to have panelists, people that will serve on the Viva Voce panel, that will ask questions. And if any of you are interested, this will take place probably in July. The panels will be scheduled. In May, we will be asking the panelists to review the thesis and provide comments. But if any of you are interested, please let me know, and we would like to include you on the panels, because We also maintain through the Research Center a list of our faculty who participate, and you could be asked to be a panelist for a student in Rome in addition to our own. It's also a good way to participate. So please let me know if you're interested, and we will make sure you are signed up to participate as a panelist, or for PhDs, if you want to serve as a research director for some of our doctoral students, that's a possibility as well. So just kind of introduce that idea and think about it and let me know. But it's a wonderful way to become more involved in our international platform. Just a quick comment about, many of you will be starting to teach your first classes. Some of you have, this will be a review, but it's a good way. We try to follow with key elements of the process, a systematic process for our accreditations and for, to ensure that, the quality of our lesson delivery is at a high level. So with regard to the syllabus and the lecture preparation, Luca and I, if you have not already received, you will receive a syllabus and the prior lecture materials from a professor who has taught your class previously. In preparing the syllabus, there's certain things that we try to keep uniform throughout SSM, like our grading policy, our attendance policy, and so forth. We'd like you to use that syllabus as a model, but when it comes to the actual lesson delivery and curriculum, you are certainly free to add or change as you think is appropriate. And the reason why we invite flexibility into our curriculum is we want to take advantage of your expertise. We've asked you to join our faculty because each of you has really strong expertise and credentials that we want to make sure that the students benefit from. So all of you are free to modify, add to your curriculum as you find important. We use Google Classroom for all of our lectures. So when your class is set up, Luca will invite all of the students to accept, which means they will be connected to your class through Google Classroom. We use Google Classroom to post all our notices to the students, our homework assignment, our syllabi, your lecture notes, anything, any material that you use with the students. We ask you to post it in Google Classroom so that we have a track for the course that shows, students that participated, the assignments that were given. And then of course, all of our lessons, because we, students in Rome, if they have the possibility to join our class, or students in Barcelona across our platform, we record all of the classes that we take. Students have the possibility to attend lectures online. Sometimes they do if they're traveling. The majority of our students attend in person, but we have a hybrid method of teaching and learning, which is good for the flexibility for all of you, but for us, so that we always have a mix of in presence or online. You also have the possibility, if, for example, I was traveling to the BusyNet conference in Warsaw, so for that week I had to teach my private equity class online. You all have that possibility to deliver your lectures online. So that's the flexibility that is built into our curriculum that you all have the opportunity to use. Lectures we conduct in English because our certification is in English. That's just kind of a quick reminder. And then I will be sharing with all of you our plagiarism, and we have a new AI policy that I will send out. And just to, in a nutshell, what is our AI policy? Students can use AI as a research tool. They have to cite to it if they're preparing a paper or a homework assignment and they've used AI. They are required to disclose what part of the assignment was, you know, AI was used for. But at the end of the day, they cannot allow AI to think for them, to write text or information. So it's a very specific policy that we're trying. I'll share this with all of you. Our idea is this, that AI is being used in the business world today, in technology. And so rather than just have a policy that says you can't use AI, period, we want to teach students how to use generative artificial intelligence in a correct and in a productive way. And so this is the basic AI policy. The plagiarism policy is already in the syllabi that we have, but the AI is something new. I will share that policy with all of you when I share the slides. So that's really it in a nutshell. I'm going to turn it over to Luca to talk about Google Classroom for a moment, and then we'll have, before we break, an opportunity for, you know, Q&A and a little bit of brainstorming. But with that, let me turn it over to Luca. Here we go.
Cool. Let me share the screen so I can move there.
Okay, I'll stop the share. Okay.
So, guys, thank you for your time, and I'm gonna be as fast as possible in order to introduce effectively the Google Classroom. As probably a couple of you knows, we're gonna have for each course a class, and as mentioned by Lisa, we're gonna update for each class every week the material before the starting of the class to be useful for our students. And I can share here or by email, depending on the class and depending on the attendance online, the Zoom link or the Google Meet team for enter the online class. As mentioned, it could be hybrid, so somebody could be in person, somebody could be online, but as mentioned, we prefer for sure the present. By the way, even if we have all students in present, we're gonna record through Zoom the class in order to keep track, even for the DAC, the materials and what we do for each course. But this, I take your course as example. I mean, as you can see, there is for every week the update of the slides material, and we got in another side of Google Classroom, as you can see right here, there is the link to move to Google Drive. And right here, we're gonna put the old links for YouTube. That is the platform that we use to update and, you know, allows our students to see the records of each class. So it's just another way to don't, how can I say, use too much the space that we got, the storage we got on Google Drive. We're gonna use basically YouTube to manage the old recorded class. By the way, as you can see, is a good way even to create surveys or bullet lists for students and communicate the assignment, the weekly assignment, and even you can do the you can even you know, use the platform to send the grades of the course. Could be for each assignment or could be for the final, but we can easily do a one-to-one call and to see with all of you guys how it works. So basically this is quite easy to use. I know for sure that all of you can do easily by yourself, but by the way, I'm available for sure for any kind of questioning.
Okay, very good. Let's see, just a couple more comments and let's. So this next here we go. So just I thought before we conclude, I wanted to just see, number one, if people have questions, we can take them up, but you know, just some brainstorming ideas. And if nobody has any ideas now, maybe thinking about this for the next time we get together. But really, we invite your thoughts and ideas about, you have any suggestions for how can we build together a really strong and collaborative learning environment amongst our faculty? How can we build collegiality? You know, maybe some goals or objectives that you all have, you know, that you want to share with us and how we can help you in that regard. So really I think we all wanted to turn it over to all of you. If anybody has any thoughts or ideas of things you would like to see us do to kind of build and work towards these common goals.
Yeah, we can, actually, I will say we can collaborate together as a faculty in SSM, so in research, and even to share with each other some materials, also on some case studies, and plus trip fields, because what we do in our university, which I am now with them as a adjunct faculty, we do field trips, and we recommend and we encourage each other as a faculty member, because you are family member at the end. We suggest how to do the field trips with the student to make them know more in the field, you know, in the practice, more than critical thinking way, and to work together. That's, I can say it for now, but later on, for sure, we'll go to share more idea together, and we can collaborate with each other.
Okay, excellent. Excellent suggestion, you know, kind of taking them into the field. And maybe too, what we can do, I'll work with Luca, we'll create a shared list amongst us so that we can all communicate with one another. If there's a faculty announcement or somebody wants to share a paper or something interesting, we'll create that and share that with you. That's a great suggestion.
We can even do a space on Drive.
Oh, yeah, we can create a space on the drive for all of you to have access to. Very good. Anyone else, any other thoughts or ideas?
Yes, I just build on this point because I really believe on the importance of having this collegiality we're talking about. So besides having these faculty meetings and maybe there even some events we can attend either in Italy or internationally, given you were speaking to this great opportunity we have. Maybe we can, yes, create a group or even a classroom group, even we are using this tool only for the faculty members, where we can share, yes, documents, but also events opportunity, networking opportunity, so that we can regroup, but also stay in contact, let's say, weekly on
Sure.
our updates and opportunities.
Okay, great suggestion. We can definitely do that.
I think this is both of you came up with a couple of very good suggestions. We can, if you agree, we can kind of create on Classroom
Yeah.
something that we can define broadly as a free flow round robin. Something, you know, like trying to create a space on our digital platform where we continuously, without, you know, red lights, we can be free to share our ideas in a sort of real, you know, free flow in a round robin way, so that everyone can be in touch with everybody else. So that's a great idea. And the faculty wise, this is, I think, extremely helpful. Thank you both.
Great suggestions. Anyone else have any other thoughts, ideas? Any questions at all that anyone has?
I think the more information have been provided for us in this meeting, and hopefully we can collaborate together more and to grow up together and to grow up with our students. As the slogan of the SSM is to create leaders, and we are hopefully will create the leaders for future business and worldwide. And I believe this is the things I can add it right now. And regarding the thesis, which you talk about, Dr. Lisa, about the panels, I am willing to supervise and guide also the student thesis, because I have supervised 3 students, actually, and 4 students. It was in security and international relations. Now I am as internal examiner for MBA students in American University, which they are graduating in this semester within the MBA. I'm an external examiner and internal examiner also, so I am willing to participate in thesis because I have good experience and I want to have more knowledge also and to collaborate also with our students.
Wonderful. Really glad to hear that. Okay, well, we want to be mindful. I know, like I said, it's Friday. You guys are very generous in letting us have an hour of your time on a cold Friday afternoon in Milan, warmer in other parts of the world. But I'm gonna turn it over to Stefano to formally thank you. But before I do, let me just say that just seeing us together, we're truly an international faculty. I'm excited because, we're really a talented faculty. You guys bring so much to our school. And I'm really excited to work with all of you and Stefano and Luca to bring us together and we can feed off each other. We can collaborate together. It's going to be really fun to work with all of you as we move forward together. But I just want to thank you all for joining us. It's really, from where I'm sitting, the sky is very bright and the future is very bright indeed. So with that, let me turn it over to Stefano.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, all of you, especially for those ones who are connected from the Middle East. Friday is the day, right? So actually, thank you for Mohammed to joining us, because on Friday is generally kind of our Sunday. So thank you very much for that.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking yesterday. I was invited to a conference where I try to bring my experience as an educator, especially talking about the new expectations of Gen Z in the professional world. 2025 in Italy, so 2 years from now, 1 year from now, actually, 27% of the workforce will be Gen Z. Now, Gen Z have something like when they accept a job, they very much calibrate and they very much check if that company is, in terms of diversity, inclusion, and equity, is updated or not. Now, we are a very good example of diversity here. We have people from all over the place working together inside a Swiss institution, as I said before, traditionally neutral. And we live in a very complicated world, and we have known that. So if we can bring to those students in their 20s, a great hope for the future, then, we accomplished a very great task. So with that, we thank you very much. I look forward to meeting, we all look forward to meeting you shortly in person and share our vision with you. So thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Luca, and all of you guys for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone. We will post all this information, send it to you, and we will be in contact with you. And again, thanks for meeting with us this evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
You are welcome. It's our pleasure. Thanks all of you. Thanks our colleague.
See you soon. Thank
See you all guys soon.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.